Hi, this is Mrs. Broad, and we're going to continue again with problems that have a constant rate of change, setting up our tables and figuring out the expressions that we would use for each. So our first example says, during a local triathlon competition, Jay finished his swimming portion 5 minutes before his nearest competitor, Bill. Therefore, on the next portion, bicycling, Jay got to start riding 5 minutes before Bill. Jay averaged 0.25 miles per minute on his bicycle, while Bill averaged 0.3 miles per minute. So then it says to make a table and write a function to show the number of miles each person rode. So if we're looking at which one's independent, which one's dependent, the number of miles they rode depends on how long they've been riding. So our independent variable would be our number of minutes. So I'm going to write that in this first blank. Number of minutes. So that would be our x. So our y would be the distance they rode, but we have to have the distance for Bill and the distance for Jay, so that's why we have the two columns like that. So let's go ahead and think about what our expressions would look like. So let's start with Bill because his is the easiest. He doesn't have any head start. He just rides 0.3 miles per minute. So his expression would be 0.3x. Now, we know that Jay rides 0.25 miles per minute, but he also has a head start of 5 minutes. So we need to include that in our answer. But we can't just add it on at the end, because that would mean we would be multiplying our mileage by our minutes first and then adding 5 more minutes. So what we actually need to do is to put our minutes in parentheses because these are both the same unit. So that means each time we increase in the minutes, we have to remember that Bill had that 5 minute head start. Jay had that 5 minute head start. So let's look at what this would mean. So let's do 0, 1, 2, 3 like we did last time. And then for Bill, at 0 minutes, he hasn't ridden at all. Now, this is based on when Bill started, because at 0 minutes for Bill, Jay's already ahead a little bit. And Jay is still ahead by 5 minutes. And at that 0.25 miles per minute, that means that Jay has already ridden 1.25 miles. And let me write that above each one so we know what our units are. So for minute 1, Bill has gone 0.3 miles. Jay still has that head start of that additional 5 minutes, but notice that Jay is not going as fast. So at some point we would expect that, depending on how long the race is, Bill could catch up with him. Okay, so at 2 minutes, Bill has gone 0.6. And 2 minutes for Bill really means 7 minutes for Jay. So he is still ahead at 1.75. And then we'll go ahead and try 3 minutes. That means 0.9 miles for Bill, which means, again, Jay is still ahead by that 5 minute start, and he has gone 2 miles. So now notice it says write a function. So we're going to write it in function notation like we've talked about in previous lessons. So we want a function for Bill. So we will call that b of x. And we already know that the rule for Bill was that he went 0.3 miles every minute. So now we want a function for Jay, so we'll call that one j of x. And we already know that that rule is he was going 0.25 miles per minute, but he also had that 5 minute head start. And again, the parentheses is super important because that keeps our variable and our minutes, because those are both the same, they're both measured in minutes, together, which means we have to add those before we multiply by the mileage. So then it says, who is ahead after Bill has been riding for 8 minutes? So let's go with Bill first. That would be B of 8. And we would plug that in. 0.3 miles per minute for 8 minutes. That means Bill has ridden for 2.4 miles. And then J of 8 for J. So 8 minutes for Bill means 13 minutes for J, and he has ridden 3.25 miles. So when they've been riding for 8 minutes, we can clearly see that J is still ahead. So the last question for this problem says, how many minutes after Bill started will each have to ride before Bill catches up with J? That means before they're equal. So what we would do in this case is set Bill equal to J, and we would solve for X. That would tell us when they are going to be at the exact same mileage. So we've got 0.3x. We're going to have to distribute the 0.25 to everything in the parentheses to get rid of the parentheses. So it's 0.25x plus 1.25. And then we're just going to solve this like a regular two-step equation. We need to get our variables on one side. So we've got 0.05x equals 1.25. And then we need to divide each side by 0.05. So if you were to plug that into the calculator, and again, use your calculator, but we should see all of these steps on your paper. Okay? This is what you should be writing down each time. You can see that they will both be at the same distance in 25 minutes. So if the race was that long, Bill would catch up. Now, after the 25 minutes, what happens? Well, remember, Bill is going at a faster speed. So Bill will eventually overtake the race, and he should end up winning if the race is at least 25 minutes long. Okay, so that's question number 1. Okay, so let's go on to the second problem. Olivia and Chad were at adjacent typewriters while practicing their typing. Olivia averages 45 words per minute, while Chad averages 36 words per minute. When Olivia started typing, Chad had already typed 90 words. Okay, so it's words per minute. So the number of words they type depends on how many minutes they've been typing. So number of minutes, again, is going to be our independent variable. And the number of words for Olivia and Chad would be the dependent variable. So let's start with Olivia. What do we know about Olivia? She averages 45 words per minute. So I'm going to say 45M. So what do we know about Chad? He averages 36 words per minute. But he has already typed 90 words. Now, this time I'm not going to put the variable in the 90 in parentheses because they are not the same units. The variable represents number of minutes, the 90 represents words. So I'm going to leave it just the way I wrote it. So let's plug in 0, 1, 2, 3. So at 0 minutes, Olivia has typed 0 words. But that 0 minutes is when Olivia started. Chad already had typed 90. So he's ahead. So again, at 1 minute, now Olivia has 45 words. Chad has his 36 words per minute plus his 90 word head start for 126 words. So at 2 minutes, Olivia now has 90 words. And Chad has 36 times 2 plus his head start of 90 words. He has 162 words typed. And then at 3 minutes, Olivia has 135 words typed. Chad has 36 times 3 plus his 90 head start. He has 198 words typed. So Chad does have the head start, but remember that Olivia is typing faster. So can she catch up? She can definitely catch up depending on how long they continue to type. So the next question says, after 5 minutes, how many words has each of them typed? Okay, well, let's go ahead and write down the expression we were using for each. For Olivia, it was 45 words per minute. For Chad, it was 36 words per minute plus 90. So after 5 minutes, Olivia has 45 times 5. She has 225 words typed. For Chad, he has 36 times his 5 minutes plus his 90 head start. So 180 plus his 90, he has typed 270 words. So at this point, Chad has still, after 5 minutes, typed more words than Olivia. So our last question says, how many minutes passed before Olivia typed the same amount of words as Chad? Again, that means we want to set Olivia equal to Chad. And then we want to solve. So we're going to get variables on both sides. We're going to get variables on one side by moving them to the other side. We get 9x equals 90. Divide each side by 9. And we can see it's going to take 10 minutes for Olivia and Chad to be at the same number of words. After that, who would be ahead? Olivia now, because she is typing faster. So after the 10 minutes, Olivia will now have more words per minute than Chad. But it will take 10 minutes for them to equal each other. And that's all we got for today.